welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Kun Tulip and golf. Now, of course, Kun Tulip, I gave her a chance to actually talk a little bit more. She didn't take it. I'm taking it.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about...
You know, Deputy Chalerm, we will
Right.
hear more from him soon anyway.
Exactly.
So you don't have to worry about that.
I don't think anyone worry about that.
Okay.
Because we're going to hear about it. Now, they say that at this point, you know that the Prime Minister is not here. So, you know, someone else is in charge. However, she's in Poland. She's on a tour to Poland and Turkey. And this is going to be all the way until the 7th. So all the way to the weekends here. At this point, yesterday, she has met with several of the Polish figures, already important figures, including the Prime Minister. Now they say that at this point there has been a talk of course, trading, more investment, ties between exports and imports, because apparently Poland is a good place for where we are going to produce a product that would be able to export it into other European countries. Now they say that there also a talk about the Prime Minister looking at the railroads that linked between Poland, from China to ASEAN, and this is of course will actually link and be joined by Polish government as well as the Thai government as well. So there's a little bit of a talk over that. Now, of course, the Prime Minister will go on to Turkey later on in a week or in the next few days. So we probably will hear a little bit more about it. But at this point, it seems like she's been working hard as well. As for right here in the base of Thailand, she also left quite a bit of interesting issues here for the rest of her team to work with, because due to the fact that before she left, there has been a lot of talk about the rice pledging scheme. And of course, one of the interesting issue that arose was Kun Supha Piyachiti, who actually belongs to the Treasury Ministry, and has come out and of course has to explain a little bit about the whole rice pledging scheme, what's going on, so on and so forth. And she she said, according to her, due to the fact that it has been on the news quite a bit, according to her, she would just said that, you know, of course there would, because someone asked her, so where would it be like the most irregularity that you will see? And what she said in her answer with that, well, she can't really pinpoint really where, because it's kind of she said, she didn't say everywhere, but she said that if you say most corrupted, she cannot pinpoint. Because she said that of course every process has a loophole. And I think that she was saying to the news reporters that, you know, the fact that all the media posted it like that is create quite an uneasiness in terms of, you know, she has to answer to the Prime Minister, and now the Prime Minister kind of thinking that she kind of ratting the government out there a little bit. And of course, the Prime Minister has asked Kun Supha to look into this, because she apparently was responsible for this. And Kun Yingluck said that she was ready to take action against those involved in corruption if Kun Supha can actually pinpoint where it is. Now, obviously, Kun Supha has come out and said that that wasn't the case. She wasn't trying to do anything like that. However, Kun Abhisit Wechashiwa, the leader of Democrat Party, of course, say that, well, Kun Supha going to have to talk about this, about where the loophole that she has found. She's going to have to submit all the information, because, you know, this is where it's supposed to be. And Kun Abhisit also criticized Prime Minister a little bit, saying that, well, she cannot really blame Kun Supha because technically it's her job. And the Democrat Party has been talking about this for quite some time. So if she actually listened closely to in every meeting and every discussion, she will realize that there was a loophole all the time. And they try to talk about that. But, you know, so at this point, you know, in a home front, there's a lot of problem as well. So the Prime Minister probably going to have to come back and then
she's gonna come back.
Well, clear this conflict. I know she's gonna come back, but in terms of like trying to clear this, the air, that's gonna be another story, because obviously the air is not that fresh anymore with Kun Chalerm, and now the rice pledging scheme, and also
the next news. Now, I mean, lots of you know that this government trying to push forward the act, make the government able to borrow 2.2 trillion baht.
Right.
That will help develop infrastructure of the country. But before anyone can talk about any details on where those money gonna goes to, water management is one of them.
Right.
Only one of them. Now it get a lot of opposition from the Democrats Party, of course, and also from the Law Reform Commission of Thailand that head by Kanit Nanakorn, one of the most trusted academic in Thailand. He come out and said that the government should be aware that in order to push this law forward that make government able to loan 2.2 trillion, the process right now looking like it might violate the constitution. So he is asking the government to rethink about it. He said that it's violate the constitution because this is not open any chances for other side, any other units to be able to inspect or to be able to evaluate before the government take out the loans. So of course, and he himself, this is the head of the opposition whip, Mr. Jurin Laksanavisit, and he also from Democrat Party. He said in his Facebook that Mr. Kanit Nanakorn sent him the private letter and said that this particular act is violating the law and there is 4 laws under it that the Democrat can try to go into details about it. This is all about the Kingdom Budget.
Right.
The Kingdom Budget Act. So when he mentioned that this is the money that belong to the kingdom once they loan the money.
Yeah.
So this is why it has to go through the public hearing first. Then the Pheu Thai party MP started to come out and say something in opposition to Mr. Kanit comments, such as Mr. Pongthep Thepkanchana, the Deputy Prime Minister. He said that he believed that these loans, this act, is not violating the constitution.
Right.
He said this money that they're gonna take out doesn't belong to the kingdom.
But who's gonna pay for it?
He didn't.
That's the thing. If it doesn't belong to the kingdom, 2.2 trillion baht is a lot of money.
But that is his logic and reasoning. He said this 2.2 trillion is not belong to the country. It sounds so weird. So it doesn't need to go through the public hearing. So
that doesn't make sense.
In another sense of him, Law Reform Commission of Thailand is wrong. That's what he said. He said not just him, Pracha Prasopdi, the Deputy Minister of Interior Ministry, also said that this opinion of the Law Reform Commission of Thailand is they're just good at pinpoint the problem. But that's what they
someone got to do it.
Yeah, someone got to do it. And he said that the Democrat Party just like to try to catch on the current and catch on the current issues and they just try to make the news out of it. They will come up with any solution. Just like to say that Pheu Thai just, corrupt and such, but never come out with anything better. And also many other Pheu Thai member of parliament or even House Speaker said that this have to go through the parliament anyway, so it's not really finalized yet. So I guess we'll hear more because in August there will be the second and the third time that the parliament have to consider these particular issues. 2.2 trillion people, we just
Right.
have to comb through it, because even though some MP said the money is not belong to the country, but the debt belong to the Thai people.
Yes, exactly. So at this point, I think there's a lot more people going to come out and talk about this. And of course, Kun Chain, for the next break, she's going to come out and let us know a little bit about more movement apparently emerging in this, during
Different
this
kind of
particular-
mask.
Exactly. So we're going to have a lot of interesting figures going around the city at this point. But at this time, let's take a short break and then we'll come back.